What up, what up, what up, what up, my G's? Ignorant Gamers in the house. Your boy Snow.
I'm Ramon.
G stands for Gamers. Was poppin', maybe. You see the medal on the shirt.
Cruise missile in your ass.
You already. Ask the Gamers. Let's just jump into it.
Yeah.
Alright. First question. JB Fat TV. With the new Steambox console, will the new Steambox console get you guys to play PC games? No.
No.
I have a Steam account. I do have some Steam games, but I am avoiding going back to the dark side because it took me a very long time to get out.
He's got his own problems. When I think about Steam, I think about a bunch of old ass games that I didn't play when they were new. So no.
But it's not. They're frontline. They're frontline too. They're not just catalog. They got new stuff.
If I ever feel like losing my girl and my job and playing World of Warcraft
or anything like that,
perhaps.
Yeah.
Is World of Warcraft from Steam?
Should be.
Okay.
Because if it's not, you ain't gonna really miss it because that's gonna be the only thing you're playing.
But no, thank you.
Fair enough. Let me see. B Money 101. Since Steam Box will be coming to the living room, do you think more console gamers will be interested in PC gaming? No.
No.
As he's mentioned to me in off camera, that goddamn control is going to be the big reason. And what was that?
That's too radical.
That's too radical of a change? Did you say something about like Sony or something?
Yeah, because Sony came out and said they contemplated switching the axis off. For the thumbsticks like the Xbox has it.
Right.
Because they did find that it was better for shooting. But they reverted because they say, you know what? No, we're going with tradition.
Right.
People were like, whoa, I'm glad they didn't do that. This sucks and that sucks. Like, apparently, PlayStation guy picks up an Xbox controller and he can't do anything. Can you imagine when the changes aren't that minute, when it's something drastic like no buttons?
Right.
Forget it.
Yeah.
No
D-pad, no nothing. But I think that constant push of what's going to happen is the next gen, where you're going to start hearing reviewers say, yeah, and this wasn't too far off from the PC.
Nah.
That might get more people to double dutch, you know?
Nah, I think when they pull away is when they're going to do it.
Pull away,
like in another 3-4 years, and the PC gamers are laughing at us again.
Again, right.
People are like, well, what are they laughing at?
They're still going to be able to laugh, but it's like, yeah. Side note, that's the Dell Venue Pro 8?
Yes.
And can you get Steam on that?
And I will be installing Halo as well.
Cool. Let me see. It looks like you guys shot this video in the Apple Store. Do you think Apple will be releasing a console in 2014? That would be hilarious if they did.
It's called the iPad.
It is called the iPad, but no.
Apple don't got enough.
Apple is not used to taking failures well, and the one thing where they failed at is called the Apple Pikmin. Shout out to Bandai with that. I'm not even going to get into that.
Nah, Apple won't. They're too arrogant for that.
They don't have enough space.
Which is why
and their core audience doesn't play games.
No. Not real games. But Apple said time and time again, we're not doing a console because we have the #1 top grossing console. They're talking about the iPad and the iPhone. They're counting that as a gaming console because it generates revenue from games. No. So, no, they won't be doing a console. And if they did, console is not about aesthetics. It's not about how it looks. It's not about simplicity. You know, consoles are about AAA titles. You know, they already took a penis to the chin when they lost Bungie the first time around. So, no. They ain't got nothing for nothing.
Worry about... The better question is, will people like Steam start to support them more? Or other PC games?
See, if Steam was to find their way over to Mac, big deal. That would be a big deal.
I think there's something running around. Anyway, B Money 101. Rockstar development cycle is usually pretty long, as they tend to only release one game at a time. With that being said, how soon do you think we will see the next gen title from Rockstar? As an announcement, scene, etc., etc., Rockstar doesn't like to play by the rules with any of their stuff, so I'm saying maybe like March April, we will hear an announcement of some sort for them. I specifically have been saying that it should be Midnight Club to step back in the ring, because there's a lot of people running wild on open world right now, and the Crew is the newest addition to this. Need for Speed is looking like they want to try to, you know, push them out the gate too. I can see someone asking for a Red Dead New Generation or something like that, because, well, that's a spoiler anyway. But unless they got something new completely out their ass, I don't know. But I'm saying March, April, an announcement of some sort.
Well, left field, there's gonna be a new Bullies.
That'd be sick.
Yep.
That would be sick. That's a game that a lot of people let slip under the radar.
And Warriors.
Well, you already know. And Manhunt. Another Manhunt would be nice. Second one wasn't that great, but this would be the third one. No more State of Emergencies unless you're being like Streets of Rage.
That was an interesting one.
Yeah. Kevin Jarrett. Off top. So Xbox One in person today. Shit looks incredible. They're including a charge cable for the controllers, which is a great look. Do y'all know what exactly you're gonna have to do to get Killer Instinct with the one on release? I heard something about 12-month subscription. Doesn't that the service pre-exist Xbox One accounts called, you know, existing holders? And I never heard what attention about there possibly being an American free game with one. Okay, potential. No, so there won't be no American free game. It's not happening.
You can relocate to England, get your game, and come back.
Get you a FIFA.
And come back.
Which doesn't make any sense to go all the way out there to go get a FIFA game.
It's not cool that we don't get a free game, goddammit. But then again, they're not hurting in this market, so.
If I may.
Yeah.
You're stupid. Anyone in the UK, you guys are some of the smartest motherfuckers out there. So if anyone in the UK sees this video, right? If anyone sees this video and you bought your Xbox One because you got a free game, which is $49.99 out there, that PlayStation is still $349 out there. That game is $499 out there. Microsoft is not trusted out there. You're a dick. So,
you think Sony's trusted after this whole debacle with the?
They're not gonna give their money to Microsoft. They'll probably go Nintendo before they go.
Good point.
So, from what I'm told, the X1 is gonna have either it pre-installed or you just click the button as soon as you get on and it'll take you to. It's gonna be in your face. The Killer Instinct thing.
Yeah. You get it free. You get like 2 characters for free.
Yeah, it's gonna be in your face.
You can pay extra $5 per, or you can just spend the $50 and get the whole shit.
Right. And so you won't have to look too hard for it.
Yeah.
The second thing, yes, your current live status goes over to your next system because it's tied to your account.
And shout out for Microsoft for doing a piss poor job at explaining this, and Sony for coming after Microsoft. I'm sorry, and Sony for making fun of Microsoft not explaining this.
Right.
And then coming right after trying to explain their shit, and people were like, wait, what?
Right.
So none of these companies can explain shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hence your question. Carry on.
Right. So, next question, also from Kevin. Football in America is what soccer is to overseas in terms of popularity. Yeah, but soccer is fucking life. Football is just another sport here.
Yeah,
Football for them, which is soccer, is life.
Soccer's like popular and like...
That's a culture. Like, people lose their lives over soccer, football.
Yeah.
No one's losing their life over here unless you're in the New England region where these guys are super fucking fans of everything New England and just hate everything New York. Where you can get your car messed up when the Yankees lose to the Arizona Diamondbacks by Boston fans. Or when you show up to a Boston Bruins game and they're losing to like the Los Angeles Kings and they all of a sudden it's fine because the Yankees lost their game and everyone's chanting Yankees sucks. You just lost, shut out.
Sometimes when you don't like Boston, you can't quite figure that out.
I love their for their New England region.
You don't like Boston.
I love what they do for the New England. What I hate is how far they go to hate on New York.
That's fine. That sounds like Xbox versus PlayStation.
Next question.
Somebody somewhere got to do it.
Next question. When it comes to features for all over entertainment on both PS4 and Xbox One, which do you feel has the edge? Because how I see it, the Sony hasn't really done anything new with the PS4 other than copying what the 360 has been doing for so long now.
I like the way you phrased that, but I agree with you in the fact that the Xbox is pushing the envelope in innovation. I feel like the PlayStation is doing what it should be doing. It's 20 times better at games. It's 20 times better than it was before. They improved on every single, and they're playing to their strengths, which is games, indie games, IPs, sharing, doing, the PlayStation is much more of a gaming console. The Xbox is much more of a consumer console. So
the Xbox is like the Xbox is like the all-in-one.
Yeah.
The one.
And that's how they market it.
And then the PlayStation is taking it back to when you took your Super Nintendo out the case.
Yes.
When you took your PS1 out the case. When you took your PS2 out the case.
Yes.
Straight gaming. They're going to have all the other stuff standard, like you said, with the 360. Let's not even ignore what the P3 was doing, right? So, yeah, but don't sit here and don't act like they didn't fix the controller.
No, like Sony
Let's sit here
work.
and act like they didn't fix the 720p problem,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's sit here and not act like they didn't address one of the complaints about PSN for their internal core users who use it from day one to day X. You get what I'm saying? And let's not act like that, hey, Ramon, I'm having trouble with this board. I'm doing that digitally.
Is that available at launch? Not trolling.
I don't even know.
I think that was one of the dopest ones they had.
Yeah. So let's not even do that.
Yeah. Listen, these consoles were in two different places,
which is why you can have them both.
And Sony, if you guys seen the article I wrote that the PlayStation community told me I couldn't write, by the way.
Yeah.
They were angry at me. I asked if Sony made jackasses out of the gamers. Various reasons. I'll put the link. Snow put the link below. Whatever. I feel like Sony spent this generation catching up. They were out of the gate late because it blew a whole year.
No, Sony was Xbox came into the game early to get a jump.
There we go. Well, there was a year discrepancy between what was going on, between sales being made. Then there was the price of the thing. That was a lot. Then as time went on, they started to scale back features that were initially in there. That was a lot. Then there was a point where there was like 8 different SKUs for this thing. That was a lot to some people. Some didn't care. Others were like, wait, I don't get it. Depending on what you wanted to do, it was like, well, what model you have? Wait, what? I have a PlayStation 3. That was a lot. Then the whole hacking thing happened. That was a lot. There was a lot that Sony, and I'm not saying they did wrong, shit that just happened that was so unfortunate for them as a company. And then Xbox just seemingly was coasting. They had their problems. They had Red Ring of Death, right? The most expensive recall in consumer history.
And the Christmas scams for Xbox Live.
Yes, there was a bunch of shit going on. But in retrospect, what was going on with Sony and Xbox, it was like Xbox was just cruising by and Sony was like fighting. And at the end of it, they still came relatively close in numbers. You can officially say Xbox won, but Sony caught up. So I feel like Microsoft... They passed them now?
Yeah, they passed them.
Okay, so I feel like Microsoft was in a much better place where they didn't have to reassess the situation. They didn't have to think, okay, all right, fellas, bring out the bullet points. Let's see how this happened. Let's see how we can structure it different and make sure we don't repeat mistakes. Whereas Microsoft had mistakes, yes, but they weren't as much of a pull your coattail, like, hey, where are you going? And they focused more on... And then, again, outside of that, there's 2 different strategies here. And it was clear as day from both initial announcements who was going in what direction. TV. They set the stage for that. People made fun of it, but this is the living room device, which is what the PlayStation 3 was marketed as. Microsoft owns that now. They said, no, we want that. We're going to go get that. And PlayStation right off the back said 2,000 IPs and indie and game sharing. They made it clear we are 100% in on the gamers. So it's so annoying to me to see people, not you, homie, but people don't understand these things are different.
Yeah.
You can play Battlefield on both of them, yes, but they're not the same. So it's like, how do you attack one? How do you attack two different things? It's madness, but I can't call it on this one. Like, I'm going to own both.
At some point or another.
Yeah, relatively close. I will own both at launch. I'm trying to get the PlayStation at launch.
Right.
I mean, you can't... The Xbox has features that America, right? America, we watch Housewives of Atlanta. People in Europe don't. They play FIFA. you get what I'm saying?
When they're not playing FIFA, actually they play Pro Evolution. Yes. But when they're not doing that, they're living soccer. They're living football.
Yes, they're not watching Housewives of Atlanta. You get what I mean? So we want the TV.
Right. And another thing about that too is you got to remember that some of that Xbox marketing has bitten them in the ass outside of the U.S.
Who? Xbox?
Yeah.
Yes, because a lot of these features are U.S. only.
Right.
So, which is, that's where they make their sales. But it drove people even more.
And a lot of things that you said earlier is what made PlayStation numbers low. Because when you look at the charts in the U.S., Microsoft owns the U.S. I think the only thing they're not owning is over the Wii.
Right.
But that margin was significantly higher. So the strategy that they're going to do now is trying to get some of that European market, and we'll see.
They have to because they're not getting Japan. So yeah.
Yeah, we forget about that.
Good question.
Another question from B Money. How do you guys feel about Watch Dogs being pushed back, and what do you think the reason for the pushback is? So I'm so glad you asked this question because I kind of tinkered around with it for a little bit, and then I said in one of our forums, like, these fuckers think they're slick. So Watch Dogs, this is my theory alone. How do I feel about Watch Dogs being pushed back? I'm fucking tight because I've been following the game since it's been announced.
No soup for you.
2009, right? No soup for me, right? So to have it marketed to the point where I was like, yo, I'm tired of seeing trailers. Don't show me no multiplayer footage. Don't show me nothing. Just release the damn game. And they talk it up, and there's bundles going out with Watch Dogs and all this other stuff that a lot of companies, minus Amazon, has not made right on, right?
And that's rare for Amazon to not make right on something.
No. Amazon made right on it. Everyone else
GameStop
right
was the one that...
GameStop, Best Buy, a lot of people just cancel people's PlayStations because the bundle's not coming, right?
Not cool.
So, yeah. So...
Not a knock against Sony.
Not a knock against Sony, because that's not Sony's fault.
Right.
So when Watch Dogs is getting pushed back, I'm starting to get to the point where now I don't care. That was supposed to have been a day one game for me. So now I have to play Killzone. I wanted to be able to look at Killzone and see some people play it. Maybe I get it. I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't want to be forced.
I didn't want to be forced to play Killzone. Yeah. Because guess what? Watch Dogs is pushed back. And so is Drive Club. So that's how I feel about that. I'm a little pissed because
why
I want to play. So here's my conspiracy. They can't. This is a new IP. There's a lot riding on this IP for Ubisoft. A lot of money, a lot of marketing. They can't drop it in November or the fiscal year of 2013? They can't drop it within the fiscal year 2013.
Why?
Because Grand Theft Auto is slated to slay everything in its category.
And
any category that Grand Theft Auto is going to be, Game of the Year, Platform of the Year,
which is a
Xbox
video
game of the Year. Right.
Oh, you're Battlefield? You don't get it.
So why compete with that? Why go against that? Why lose some numbers potentially because people are still going to be playing GTA?
That's a very good
People
point.
are still high off GTA. Not me. The fucking cake is a lie with GTA. Not saying it's a bad game, but it ain't as great as people are hyping it up to be.
It wasn't.
But congratulations, Rockstar. I love you, and I do love the game. So by delaying it to winter or spring,
you own that space.
So when you delay it to spring, that's a new quarter for business.
They own it.
You start off with a bang. And why would you compete against Assassin's Creed anyway? That's your own game.
Yeah.
So you put this new game, new IP on a new platform, and you still get some of that crowd from the current gen. You have a space to, one, run for Game of the Year, because you must be riding on it, because the crew's not going to get Game of the Year. And I'm sorry to call it out like that, but I know the crew's not getting Game of the Year. It's not even going to, might get driver, because still have to fight against Xbox. You get what I'm saying? The Forza.
Yeah.
It'll get a mention. You get what I'm saying? And then the Division, which is probably not going to come out towards the end of the year, and then you don't know when Destiny's coming, so you can still get ahead of Destiny.
Yeah. That takes balls, though.
It's a lot of balls, but if you going to state, they're only interested in creating franchises. Nobody wants to do a one and done.
Yeah.
This is your best chance to do it in 2014. Not, what was it? November 15th, November 22nd, whatever date that was. That wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
The reason why I wanted it is because I've been wanting that fucking game.
2 years now?
3.
Yeah.
About to be 4 now. So, that's that.
Ain't no bother to me.
Right.
Don't shit about it look exciting to me. I don't like those type of games.
Yeah. So
if I want third world shit and running around,
play GTA.
I would play. I'm going outside and hop over a fence. I live in these areas.
CJ, hop over the fence.
yeah, man. Look, carry on.
Next question. Corpse Can't Laugh. CCL. What is your top 5 games of the year so far, and top 5 to watch out for this gen cycle before 2014?
Fuck, have I played 5 games this year?
Yeah, you played 5 games this year.
Okay, I think I only played 5 games this year. So I'm gonna... Shit, what did I play this year?
You played Grid.
Grid is 1, yes, that's my top.
Well, you're supposed to play Last of Us. You played Payday. You've touched Battlefield.
Fuck that game. Battlefield, that's 2.
You didn't touch DMC.
Final Fantasy Tactics, I played that on my PSP.
You didn't touch Tomb Raider either, did you?
No. Far Cry 4.
Well, technically that's December 2012.
I played it this year. I got it late as a month.
Okay, that's fair.
And Hulu.
Xbox, people.
Fucking
Hulu is a video game.
for me.
For me, top 5. No specific order. BioShock Infinite.
You played that?
Tomb Raider.
You were obsessing over the bitch ponytail.
Ugh, son, what? On the PC footage. Oh my god. Had a life of his fucking own. Fucking ponytail.
Every strand is different.
That was 2, right? Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
BioShock Infinite. The Last of Us.
Okay.
Although I haven't played, but Puppeteer.
That's one of those weird ass Sony games. But
Son.
I see the allure.
Son.
That's what y'all play.
Son, but that's like Kid Chameleons on the low.
Son, but that's what y'all play. I see it.
And Rayman Origins.
You played it?
Yeah.
PC?
Nah.
PlayStation?
Nah.
Xbox?
Nah.
Where'd you play it?
Motherfucking Wii U. I was at somebody's crib and they had it. I was like,
you played on the Wii U?
let me see this shit. So the Rayman game, I gotta put that up there. And notice I didn't mention Battlefield.
You played it on the Wii U.
Notice I didn't mention Battlefield.
Hold the fuck on. Where you going, man? We talk about this Wii U thing, man. Who do you know? Whose crib are you at that has a Wii U?
Son, that's classified. That's G14 classified.
Carry on, son. Carry on.
Alright. If I had to do an honorable mention and remove the Rayman game or the Puppeteer game, I would say Batman.
You was waiting for that one like a motherfucker.
Yeah, not top 5, not game of the year, but definitely up there.
Okay.
Top 5 to watch out for this gen cycle before 2014. Well, one of the games slipped out the window, which was the Watch Dogs. Actually, 2 of the games slipped out the window. Destiny would have been my original, and Watch Dogs would have been my other.
I never expected Destiny to be a launch title. Not even close. I saw it and I heard them. I never believed them. Like I'm
just not used to being lied to by Bungie.
Nah.
And I feel like that's Activision's fault.
Nah, the scope is bigger now. But when they announced it, I was like, yeah, right. Yeah, fucking right. Not happening. I didn't even feel a way after they said, "Oh no, push back."
I didn't care because when I looked at the lineup, I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna be able to touch this game." With Battlefield coming out and Call of Duty coming out next gen and Watch Dogs, I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna."
Is there a release date for it now?
Which one?
Destiny.
No, it's still not in summer. Probably June, I think it was. So, you know, that's because so many games slipped into the stream. It's kind of hard for me to say, you know, this gen before 2014. So I got nothing. I got nothing on that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Forza?
Nah, that's next gen.
Oh,
for this gen. Oh, where's my manners? Forza GT6.
I guess.
December 5th. Yes.
GT6 not out?
Son, you didn't hear me beefing about that?
So I'm sorry, I wasn't paying. I can't believe GT6 is not out.
December 5th. Oh, and WW 2K14.
These guys are wild, son.
So
these Polyphony is wild,
son. Sony wants to fire Polyphony.
They're gonna lose,
son,
that privilege really soon.
I think this is another conspiracy thing of why Drive Club was actually pushed back.
Maybe Sony's like, come here, let me show you a thing or two.
So in the scheme of things, now I'm really looking forward to Drive Club.
Yeah.
Because there could be a changing of the guard happening.
Nah, son.
This has been a long running issue with Polyphony.
Polyphony is fucking up.
This is now I'm curious because I know that they said that the Drive Club team has some really world renowned car racer dudes on there. I'm willing to bet that this is the same thing kind of like with the Forza team, where there's dudes being pulled off of other dope racing title games with people who are you may not know them, but they have names in the industry of what they do.
Yeah, you gotta
working in
you gotta bring that talent.
So
because obviously the other cocksuckers are complacent. So
yeah, so I'm getting kind of curious. I just wanted to play it because I caught the driving itch, as you guys who's been following the channel, you know. So now I'm getting kind of anxious.
I can't believe that December 5th.
Yeah. So the next question was, we already answered that about Watch Dogs and Drive Club being pushed back. I could finish that. Does this make games reconsider purchasing either console at launch? Because of the pushback of Drive Club and Watch Dogs, I would say no. Because if you were picking PlayStation for Drive Club, you should have never done that. All PlayStation fans already know not to. We support in-house stuff, but when we know there's something already in the way, like GT6, we were going to get the game by default, which is why PS Plus. So that was how they were going to get us to play. You know, Drive Club wasn't a system seller. Watch Dogs could have been marketed as a system seller, but I don't really think it is.
I think Forza's a system
seller because it already has a pedigree in the name. You get what I'm saying? You couldn't tell me you was going to sell Forza 1 as a new Xbox. And you get what I'm saying? Like, it worked its way up to be that. Just like GT6. It was coming on
seller,
right. Would have been a system seller, so
I can't help but wonder if Forza is a big seller, a system seller in the UK. No.
Just looking at the numbers of Forza 4.
What did it do?
Well, it's probably up now. Million? No, I don't think they cracked 10 million now. So but this was my thing with the Forza. With the Forza trying to sell this console. Yeah, that's unless they have a dope marketing team that Microsoft is going to support, this game, Forza 5, should sell 10 million in 3 years. Because I'm compensating for 3 million by launch. 3 million Xboxes already been sold for launch. By the time a year is done, they should have 7 million on the shelves. Don't know how many they're gonna sell, and I'm expecting at least over the 3 years, maybe they sell 15 out of 21 million.
Okay. Now, Forza's about half of Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo had a lead.
Right.
They've been rocking for what, 6-7 years before Forza came around.
Right, but and they also kind of help shape the PlayStation 1 environment.
Exactly. So they can do 10 million per.
Right. So, yeah, that's that.
Okay.
It said if I had to choose B-Money, next question, if I had to choose between Battlefield 4 and Call of Duty Ghosts as a single FPS for this holiday season, which one would it be and why? If it's for me, hands down, it's Battlefield. I get more for Battlefield. I do more on Battlefield. And we're talking about for next gen. If it's for this gen, it'd be Call of Duty. But I know I'm buying a P4. It's Battlefield. I like the community. I like the teamwork. The beta before I even bought the game. Like, everything points to Battlefield for my taste, for my like.
I remember when I sold you Battlefield, we was driving to Boston.
What? You didn't sell me Battlefield.
Well, you
were driving to Boston. You sold me
Battlefield. You was like, you know what? I don't trust it on a console.
Right.
And then
you sold me Battlefield on Onslaught mode for Bad Company 2. Do your first PVR.
Yeah. That's
how you sold it to me. That, and there was a couple of dudes in my ear who I was playing Medal of Honor with.
Yeah, I was telling you. I'm going Battlefield. Call of Duty's been so boring for me for the last few years. And I don't mean like, you know, like they haven't been doing things. Every iteration they do a lot of innovation in terms of how their community works. You know, a lot of innovations on the unlocks and the perks and the things that go in around the gameplay itself. But the core gameplay just isn't challenging. And to me, it's frustrating that I can put in Call of Duty and get 47 kills my first game in almost a year and a half, and then turn it off. Like I shouldn't be able to come on that game and outscore somebody with 12 times the rank I am by like 20 kills. That to me, like, it's just not challenging. Battlefield is all team orientated. That's where I'm at these days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to just run around and fucking shoot shit. Like, that gets so boring. It's like running around in Mario all day. You know, people require more from platforms. A platform is not even cool anymore.
Right.
Shout out to
It's
Ray
hard.
Man.
It's hard to celebrate.
Right. Everybody wants an open world where you do whatever. It's the same thing with shooters. Like, who wants to just run around and shoot?
Yeah.
People want, no, let's work as a team. You know, let me take out this wall right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got rockets? Well, I got some shit to repel rockets. Like, there's so much that goes on around it, and I feel like Call of Duty players just haven't matured. They almost never will. They don't get past that. They don't get past the thrill of, yeah, let me drop 40 kills and I'm the big dick in the room. Like,
KD.
We get it. Like, we can all shoot here. Yes, that's fine, but show me that you can get on a team and reproduce that. Now, that's a challenge. So, there's nothing wrong with Call of Duty.
There's nothing wrong with the game.
Yeah, but...
And I'm actually excited to see what this new...
The engine
is.
Yeah, I will be up on there. I'll put that engine through the paces. I will be there. You will see me on that.
So, but like I said, if I had to pick one for this holiday season, it's going to be Battlefield.
It's going to be Battlefield. Plain and simple.
Yeah. So next one. After reading through the reasons for the day one update for PS4, I discovered that one of the things they are removing is DRM. This is not a big surprise to me, as they purchased a patent for it earlier in the year, sometime last year. But how do you feel gamers would react if both companies would have revealed that they were going to use DRM rather than only Microsoft taking the heat?
Can I do this?
I think we've spoken on this, but go ahead.
We have.
Yeah.
Microsoft is using Sony's technology. They're the ones that developed this DRM on the Blu-ray thing. It's theirs. Microsoft is licensing this from Sony. They pay Sony to use this. So if you for 1 minute think that Microsoft went above and beyond to fuck the gamers, you got it backwards. Sony developed this for themselves and they licensed it out. Now, like I've said tons of times, like, can we get over the DRM shit? I don't hear people complaining about iTunes. I don't hear them complaining about Spotify. Like,
and you can't,
or Netflix.
Because of the business that I'm in, iTunes owns MP3 sales.
And I mean by a landslide. And there's going to be people watching this video. We're a fucking idiot if you pay for music. You would be surprised how many people are fucking idiots. You'd be surprised how many people just didn't give a shit about DRM on an Xbox. You'd be surprised how many people don't know what DRM is. If you say you have to pay for this, they'll pay. And it's again, and I wrote about this. This is what Sony was supposed to do. Let Microsoft go. And, you know, they sit in the back with their fucking ski mask on. Oh, we got him, we got him, we got him. We don't have DRM. And this is how we share games. But whose technology was it? So if you saw that they removed it, yeah. But I applaud this man for asking that question. Because there's tons of Sony fanboys out there that will completely miss that.
Right.
It never happened. But things would be different if both companies did announce it. But they didn't. So the mind share is where it is today. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's just a dope... The technology on itself is old, the concept, but I think the advantages of DRM would have been so much better for us all across the board.
Right. And the second part of the question, which I thought he was going to touch on, that's why I let it hang off like that. Would there have been more of an acceptance of if both consoles was to head down that road of destruction, self-destruction? Yes.
Absolutely.
And we spoke about that in our videos because it was a road. They were supposed to hold hand in hand, walk down that road together. We
spoke about that the day it happened. I was like, remember I asked you if you thought Sony walked away from the table? I was like, nah.
right. Like,
nah, you gonna die.
You gonna die. Got you, bitch.
I think Sony walked away from the table.
So, you know, it's one of those things where...
And it's a higher up decision. Like, I feel like there's executives that
somebody called them and was like, "Yo,
what did you just do?
Take number 27 and number 24 off."
Yep. And you know, you just get that you get that email. Sorry, my dude, it's business.
Right. Sorry, homie. I'm trying to go home.
Nah, I mean, yeah, it would have been different. It would have been different.
Yeah. So, next question. Are there any games that you would recommend picking up this holiday that may have been overlooked this year? Yes. I have a few.
Okay, I got one or two.
So, this year... Oh, you got one or two?
Yeah.
Go ahead, you go first.
Far Cry?
Yes. Far Cry... Go ahead.
Yeah, Far Cry.
That's it? Alright. So, jumping on Far Cry, if you don't buy the actual Far Cry, which you should, Far Cry Blood Dragon.
Oh, that's the trippy
little,
one.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. How is it?
Yeah, that shit's fun. It's fun, it's hilarious, it's running on the great Far Cry engine.
Yeah.
And it's very neon, and it's good.
Trippy.
It's good. The dialogue is hilarious.
If you're into narcotics, you probably should buy that. Let us know how that works.
And if you've never played it before, the first time around, pick up DX, Pac-Man DX Championships with the new DLC attached to it.
You know, I've seen you play that.
Son.
You're like some fucking shark Pac-Man player. Like, you go to the pool hall, would you like to play me in Pac-Man? Take everybody
down. So, you know, that's another good one. And a budget title that came out this year. It came out at $40, and you can actually might even catch it at $20. Puppeteer. This is one of Sony's games that...
The weird shit.
It's one of Sony's games where... Sony does this a lot. Where they put out good games that no one is going to play because they didn't market it. And he said something a while ago, like, why would you put out a game you're not going to market? It's almost like a waste of money.
Is this like Little Big Planet-ish?
What? No, they market the hell out of Little Big Planet.
No, they did, but Puppeteer.
Puppeteer, yeah.
What's the genre?
The Puppeteer, I guess you have to put it on a platform.
Okay.
Like a Mario type thing. That's what we still call it.
Comparison to Knack?
Right? Comparison to Knack? Nah, Knack is more Dax and Jexter.
Okay.
Sly like.
Where are those dudes? Where are those dudes? Are they slated for P4 releases?
Oh shit. Sly is another good one. Sly is another good one that came out this year.
That got some high-ass remarks, no? I think he got like 9s all around.
Rayman, another good one. You know.
Wow, a lot of platformers.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like, everybody's overlooking them because we're so caught up with the big stuff. Like, there's another there's a Sounds and Shapes game that's out. There's another one that I don't remember the name of it right now, and I'm gonna just put it on the screen. But it's another game. I did an impression on it. It was pretty good.
Not Beat Buddy.
Call of Juarez. Shout out to Junior's Media. Call of Juarez is pretty good. It's another $10, $15 game. No, not Beat Buddies. Let me see. That's all I could think of off the top of my head.
Damn, there's a lot.
There's a lot of games out there right now.
Devil May Cry was dope.
Devil May Cry is another good one that if you can get that around $25.
Yeah.
Again, Tomb Raider, BioShock.
But those should be fire sales on both Xbox Live and PSN right now.
By 2 weeks from this video, when you see this video launch, be ready to check out Amazon Deal of the Day and Newegg.
Yeah.
These games are going to be going fire sale like crazy.
Yeah, get your 200 up.
Yeah, you're going to clean house. And these are all great titles. I don't know if I have anything else I could recommend off the top of my head. If I think of anything, I'll spice it into the video. But those games that I mentioned, for sure. And then the last question. Do you believe that the cloud and dedicated service for the Xbox One be bigger than what people think, especially the cloud?
Absolutely.
I'm a little mixed on this cloud shit.
Yeah, you haven't been sold.
I haven't been sold, and I'm a little pissed off with and I know someone's gonna be quick to tell me in the video comment section because we've already had this debate somewhere else on the channel. But as quick as I was being sold on Titanfall, because the power of Titanfall couldn't be harnessed without the power of the cloud.
You're right.
Respawn Entertainment, the people who created Call of Duty Infinity Ward, said that we had to pick Xbox One because of their technology of the fucking cloud. And then you're going to sit there and tell me that you're going to put it on his PC. And then you're going to fucking sit there and tell me that it's going to show up on Xbox 360. And then someone's going to jump in the comments and say, but it's developed by another team. I don't give a shit. Batman Arkham City was done by another team that put it on the Wii U. It is still Batman Arkham City. When we're looking for the sales worldwide of that game, all that gets rolled up, no matter who did it. Grand Theft Auto, back in PS2 days and even the PS1 days, one of their PC ports was not done by Rockstar. But it still counts. Call of Duty? It counts to that number. I didn't want to talk about Call of Duty because for whatever reason, we can go and not say that these guys are putting out a game every year. And you know what they tell me? Oh, but it's by 2 different studios. So to avoid that, we're gonna say with the same game with the same name, right? I don't care. I don't care what they remove from the game. You're telling me that this game could only be played on Xbox One.
Right.
You put it on PC. I'm not too mad about that because PC is the master race. But then it shows up on 360.
It shouldn't have.
It should have never went to 360 because now I'm looking at you and I'm like, you're full of shit, Respawn. And I was the one person on this channel, matter of fact, before anybody, that was hyped when they just put out a picture and I was like, I can't wait to see what Respawn Entertainment is doing.
You was heartbroken when that exclusivity.
When they announced it, and then it was a joke that it might go over. Now it's confirmed that this is the lifetime of Titanfall is going to be on Xbox. I would be less pissed off about it if it wasn't showing up on the 360. Period.
Yeah, son, that shit cray.
So I'm not sold on the power of the cloud. The drive it hard shit that's about to happen with Forza 5, let's be clear. That could have been Ghost just put in real cars.
Yeah, but I think that's the problem. That's why it was never done, because it was really technical.
And when I see that at his crib, because he's gonna have it day one.
I will indeed.
And when I hear him talk to me about it, and when we go through and we watch it unfold and unlearn,
I'm scrutinizing
and relearn and tweak and do all the stuff that's supposed to happen with cloud technology at this capacity. I'm trying not to get too nerdy with it, because then I'll be showing what I really know. Then we can talk. But for right now,
so let's not get too deep.
Shit.
Let's not get too deep.
Okay.
Think Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, somewhere, there's an amazing amount of work they did where everything just seems random.
Yes.
Now, remove Grand Theft Auto from the algorithm they're using to simulate that randomness, and apply Xbox Live members. But then make it more complex, where everything you do counts toward your representation of your randomness in this world. It's a complex thing.
Right.
Now, that's one part of it. And I feel like anything you can do to move cycles off the processor.
You know I'm all for that.
Off the raw.
We do PC stuff.
Exactly.
Not PC gaming like that, but we do other stuff. So I'm all with that.
It's almost like a GPU that they took and said, throw it up.
Right.
Oh, everybody's ready now? Bandwidth is some sort of a throw it up.
Right.
Now, I think it's one of those things that's so ahead of its time, we can't even conceive right now.
Right.
Because I feel like Forza did that, and everyone's thinking in that direction now. But it's not that. You know what I mean? That's just one iteration of it.
Right.
I can't conceive what it could be, but as an IT professional, I see what cloud does every fucking day.
And for what I do, I see what cloud does every day. So don't think I'm just sitting here being a gamer and I don't have another job that requires me to think and know. Listen, if you don't know about Akamai, shut the fuck up. You get what I'm saying? Like,
but that's the challenge for us, because we know cloud as this, and we see Forza as that. Everything between is a gray ass area. I don't know. Then you have challenges like the PlayStation's 50% more powerful.
Right.
Can the cloud offset a little bit of that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, do they have that type of power to use the cloud like that?
Well, let's think about it. They have Gaikai.
Yeah, which is even the same shit. Right.
So don't sit there and think that PlayStation ain't saying they got cloud-based stuff. That they can't do it.
So dope. I almost guarantee you that their concept of how offloading the cycles is different. How they do it. And I think it's so dope to see them. We're gonna see a concept executed in so many different ways.
And when that announcement happens about like Gaikai being used the same way Xbox One's using their thing, how much you want to bet is gonna be Media Molecule?
You think so?
To put Little Big Planet something.
You think so?
It has to be. That would be the game that would introduce the cloud.
I think that would be the community to do it.
Because the community, when it comes to the PlayStation brand games, I don't think that there's any community fucking with the Little Big Planet community.
Not much communities, period. Maybe, I think
Minecraft. Minecraft definitely
Battlefield,
has to be.
Call of Duty, but Little Big Planet is there.
It's a beast.
They may not be there in sales, but you talk community?
Beast. So when that happens, I think that's going to be the pitch. Unless here's one far left, because me playing Battlefield got my mind cooking. Mag. A Mag 2 would work wonders for the cloud.
They need to fix that game. Just retweet. Just turn Killzone into Mag. Goddammit. Because Killzone was half decent. Mag was so far off.
A 256 player.
Yeah,
Killzone
execute
game?
Killzone like that, and it'll be dope. But yeah.
That's all we got for the questions today.
Good questions, gentlemen.
Good questions. Thank you. This is Ask the Questions 5. I forgot to say my thing in the beginning, so if you're still watching this, Start typing. The questions in the bottom right now.
Answer questions below, my people.
And as usual, we answer these questions in the next video. My name is Snow.
I'm Ramon.
And we out.
Peace.